Good morning. So it's 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. Today is EGX day, and as promised, this is the start of several videos I'm going to try and mix together into one big one for you. You obviously saw what I did last Wednesday when I started. That was that was shockingly done on PowerPoint. So I have got some other software which I'm going to try out today, and we'll see what the results are for you. But my intentions here are to show you, at the very least, what I've eaten, and I'm going to try and show you a bit of what I've done today as well for you. So this is my breakfast of choice this morning. What we've got here, we've got some Asda's own wheat bisques, basically Weetabix for you and me, but the cheaper version. We've put some semi-skim milk with that. I think skim milk is disgusting. I actually think whole fat's disgusting as well, though. So I'm still doing the good stuff here. What I'm going to do with this, I'll just put this down here for a second. So we're going to chuck this in the microwave. It's just going to take a minute. So quick start. 1, 2. There we go. So that's going for a minute now. And I generally do like to eat it hot. I like most of my food hot. So it's actually quite nice, and believe me, I found this tip on the back of a Weetabix pack a couple of years ago when I was trying this another time, and it makes it more palatable for me, so that's what I'm doing here. What I'll do whilst I'm eating, I'll sit in my wonderfully old chair. It's a hand-me-down, but do you know what, it does me well, and I shall sit watching some YouTube on my PlayStation. After I've done that, I shall go have a shower, and then I shall get myself ready to go to EGX. I shall be setting off around 7 o'clock this morning. I know I don't have to be there till 11, but the simple idea is I won't be late for definite. I'll get the most out of my day, and if I am early, I can always stop and watch go walk around somewhere and build up my steps so that I've got an easier time of it. And that beeping means my food is now ready. So I will speak to you a little bit later. Okay, so this is what I'm taking with me to EGX today. So, as I said, I'm going to take some butties with me. I've got some water here, 3 bottles at 750ml, so that should be more than enough to see me over throughout the day. If I need more than that, then I'll just have to buy it, but hopefully that'll be okay. They've come straight out of the fridge, by the way, they're not frozen. And my ticket, obviously, just to get myself in. And obviously that's all going to go in this nice little satchel bag. And I'm going to be carrying that around for most of the day. What I'll probably do is keep 1 bottle of water in the car, and the other 2 can go in the convention with me. Okay, so I'm just about to set off. I've just put the postcode into the sat nav on my car, and it reckons it's only going to take me 2 hours to get there. I gotta be honest though, I'm going down the M6, and one of those hours is called rush hour for a reason. Nobody rushes. It takes forever. So, oh, it's just updated another 10 minutes to my journey. It's like it's listening to me. It had 8:55, it's just gone to 9:07 within the space of a few seconds. So it's obviously now picking up on traffic. So I expect that's going to be more like 10 o'clock rather than 9:07, possibly even 10:30. But as I say, if I get there early, that just means I've got more time to go walking around if I want to before we're allowed into the event. And also, it gives me plenty of leeway to stop at services when I need to have a stop and have a wander, or have all the usual stuff you may need on a long journey. So I'm going to start off now, and next up that you'll see will be me arriving at the NEC in Birmingham. Okay, so while filming this little bit here, I was hall 20. I was just trying to show how big EGX actually is. So you can see that sign there shows halls 6, 7 and 8 are all for EGX as well. What I didn't realise till I found this map is that hall 6, 7 and 8 are actually right next to hall 20. It does go into hall 19, and 18 appears to be a holding area for, I don't know exactly what for, but it does have the sign above it. This here was hall 8, which appeared to be being used as a wristband collection area and a holding area for those that weren't quite yet allowed in. So I was there from 10 o'clock. I actually went into the queue area about 10:30 with a wristband. I couldn't go until 11. So here's a quick walkthrough of the entire event. This first section here was called the Rest Zone, which appear to mostly be indie developers. Then you've got a few of the small studios like Green Man Gaming, Battlezone, Team 17, and something called the Left Field Collection. Seemed okay. Where are we? So yeah, there's Green Man Gaming on the right, and the Left Field Collection is that enclosed area to your left there. There's the Battle Zone on your right. It mostly seems to be first-person shooters. Not really my cup of tea, but someone enjoys them, obviously. No problems there. And then, hopefully I've panned to the right here. Just about that's like a stage area for resed sessions. So again, they do a lot of on-stage stuff here. That was a bit of a merchandise store. With my size at the minute, I couldn't actually get any of the clothes from any of the stands, to be perfectly honest with you. Nothing seemed to go up beyond 2XL, and I'm 3XL at this point. Virgin Media had their own little thing there, which was a Destiny competition of some sort. Again, not something I went into. Then this was the PlayStation area. So they had all sorts of games going on in here. They also had a stage. You can see some of the PlayStation Access crew were on there from time to time as well. And this section really is the big developers more than anything else. So Bethesda and Square Enix are on the right. So that's Bethesda there, I believe. Yeah, Dishonored 2, that's Bethesda. That's still the PlayStation Zone on the left. Gran Turismo pods, they were busy all day. I didn't try and get on them. Unfortunately, when you see a queue's going to be over an hour, you really don't want to be sitting a whole hour stood in the queue. So, to what side am I going to turn now? This is the problem with filming as you're going down along. You're also watching for people walking into you. So Twitch, if you don't know, is an online streaming service. You can stream games live through there. They were doing their own live streams from here. This is the Square Enix area on the right. That had a little Final Fantasy pen there, where a little bit later on there were a couple of chocobos stood there. That was quite entertaining to see. Yeah, in that little pen there. I didn't get a video of that, unfortunately. So now we're moving into a bit of a merchandise area there, and then Turtle Beach. Now, I think they do headphones, that sort of thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. As much as I love gaming, I don't really do much of that sort of thing. And then here's one of the huge catering areas they had. So there's a Subway there that's portable, freshly baked pizzas. There was a roast hog thing behind that. More shopping. I said absolutely all sorts of merchandise you can get in this place. So even horse heads. I was a little bit tempted by the horse heads, but I decided against it in the end. And then you've got Overwatch on the right there. And then that was another merchandise store, but it seemed a bit unusual, that one. It always had a queue for it, and I don't understand that one. Perhaps it's something I should be aware of. We Sing appeared to be something that had like, what does PlayStation call it? Song Pop, I think. I don't know for certain. Oh no, that's the game on iOS. They're basically a singing game. Okay, this one I wanted to just quickly step back and have a look at. That was special effects. They create games for charities, so you can have eye-controlled FIFA, that sort of thing. This was the first time I saw this as I was walking past, which is why I stopped here. This guy who seems to do something with cooking. Actually got run into by that WLJ, so a second go at that point. and that's from a game called Little Nightmares. And again, I didn't get to see so much of that because again, it was another thing with an hour-long queue. This is EGX Thursday. I dread to think what it would have been like on Saturday or Sunday. You just saw a glimpse of something called Help War Child. War Child is actually a charity, and a load of developers have got together and made a few small games to raise money for the charity. Look it up on Steam, and I think it's £10 for the whole pack. Okay, so this here is Gfinity. Again, another thing that just constantly had queues. Oh, question mark boxes. Love question mark boxes, they're brilliant. Another thing that constantly had queues, so I never really got to see too much about that. And then there was more shops, and this Gfinity thing was huge. It appeared to be a tournament, an invite-only tournament, so you could go stand and watch or sit and watch, but you couldn't do much. Then this Tornado energy drink seemed to be on offer everywhere for free. Didn't try it. I'm trying to control what I'm eating and drinking, although, as you'll see later, today hasn't been the best of days for that. Then we have this games demonstration. Oh yeah, this was board games. Again, board games, I'm not here for the board games, so I just glanced over that one, to be perfectly honest with you. And what I'm not showing you is the back end of the fight zone, but again, it's only the back end, you won't see too much of that. This section here is the retro section. It's being run by Replay Events, who also do the Play Expos. Another catering section there. You can see there was a huge choice of food here. They really didn't want you to go hungry whilst you're at their events. So there's Replay Events. They do all sorts of retro consoles. There's some arcades. We'll walk through them in a minute. There's Deadpool. It's nice to get a good thumbs up. Okay. So we're going into this back end area here now, and you can see how big this event is, because I haven't quite made it to the back wall here. Well, no, I made it to the back wall, but we're going a long way as well. These are the people who set your ratings for your games. Didn't really start to talk to them. That was Minecraft and Games Library, apparently. Again, I didn't get to go in there. FIFA, and that was a little photo opportunity for FIFA there. And this here was a virtual reality thing, and then there's National Crime Agency. That was all about trying to protect you from cybercrime. This is the 18s and over section. Now, I did wander in there once during the event. I didn't go in for this walkthrough just in case there are any under 18s watching, but that had games like Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, which apparently is not the first edition, but that's a bit like Xbox One being the third style of Xbox they've released. Noseless Rift, which apparently you probably heard of Oculus Rift. Noseless was to put against your nose. Strange concept, but that's what they decided to do. And Gears of War 4 were in there. Okay, so yeah, these were all Minecraft from what I could see from the outside. Although it claimed to be a games library as well, I didn't see anything other than Minecraft, as you can probably see from this shot here. Apologies for how dark it is in here. I have no control over the lighting, and I wasn't going to switch on my iPhone light. It would have made very little difference, if any. Remembering everything is currently shot on an iPhone, I don't have any professional camera equipment at this time. So I'm just going to wander into the retro zone here just to show you a little bit more of what they do. I love how, except for that little table there, all the retro sections have retro TVs in there as well. Who fixes these things? It's incredible, because they're obviously not made anymore. You got some pinball machines over there as well, and more retro consoles. And then you got some table consoles there. Okay, and straight after you come out there, you go towards WWE 2K17. and after that is Tekken 7. Now, this was quite amusing because as I'm walking past, I'm literally just trying to just walk through as quickly as possible here, and this wonderful girl with posters decided I need a poster. Not sure why she decided someone who's filming, trying to do a walkthrough, needed a poster, but that's what I got. So that's the back end of the cosplay stage. I'll try and show you the front end in a minute. More stores, more t-shirts, hats, all sorts of stuff as well. Mystery boxes. I actually got a mystery box, which I managed to get one that had Doctor Who stuff in, even though I didn't get a Doctor Who one. That's how that goes. I'll probably find a use for that later. More t-shirts. And then there's stands on the other side that I don't appear to be showing you. Just showing cosplay again. Right. Yeah, so the stand that you can see on the right in a second is going to be PC Specialist, which is right there. More shops. I appear to be. Oh, that was the game guide company Primer Games. They were selling their game guides quite cheap, £5 for a paperback, £10 for a hardback. That's like a third of the normal price, but obviously it's coming down for the publisher, so it's costing them a lot less to do so. They're not having to take it to shops and all sorts of things like that. And then you've got Scan, which would you believe is somewhere from Bolton, which is a couple of miles away from Bury. Over 100 miles, and I can't get away from my local area. There was also a careers fair which was behind FIFA 17. I didn't talk about that just before, but that had all sorts of universities there, including the University of Bolton, who were the only universities to stop me. All I wanted to do was just walk around and see what was going on, because last time I saw one of those, they had a 3D printing machine. I wanted to see if they had that again. That there claims to be Lego for adults. I gotta say, I actually did buy some of that, and it's the most complicated stuff ever. I've built one of them up. I've got a second one to build up, which I shall try and film. Okay. And then this here's a little Sega area. And I think this is probably close to where I ended the walkthrough. So what I go into next is the food. So there we go, there's a couple of games there from Sega, including Motorsport Manager. They're releasing the PC version. Hopefully by the end of the year. They said they haven't confirmed release date yet. So apparently we've got to keep our eyes open for next week. Okay, so I've just come outside of the EGX right now, starting to think about dinner. I was going to have my butties for dinner and then find something on the way home, but having looked around the NEC Birmingham, there's so many food places here, it'd probably be better to eat out for dinner and then go have my tea as butties, probably stopping at a services halfway home or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. There's actually a Wetherspoons based in the NEC, so that's my plan at the minute. I'm going to go into that Wetherspoons and we'll see how we do. Hopefully I can find something healthy enough for me to have. So I chose to have the barbecue chicken melt. It normally comes with a side salad, but I swapped it out for peas, mainly because I'm not eating salad at the minute. I've not got that far, and I am eating peas, so I'm at least getting my greens in. And in case you're wondering, that's the calories, 1,164 calories. A little bit more than normally would have had for dinner or tea, but I think with the amount of walking I can get away with it. It was going oh so well. So, you know what I had for dinner, and you know my plans for tea was to have the butties. And I was going to eat them at the services. And I stopped at Kiel Services, walked in to go have my comfort break, and found the food court. And that's ended up with me having a Harry Ramsden's. That's not the plan. So,
you'll have seen in a one-shot update, I've already said that was wrong and I need to work on make sure I don't do that again. This is my battle, basically. I'm very big on getting that wrong, unfortunately, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in right now. And the good news is that I can avoid food courts normally. I can avoid seeing places like this. Poor service has put me off some locations in my local town anyway, so I generally don't go to them anyway. But today just went a little bit wrong. So that's banned me from having any other food today, which, because I'm well and truly over my personal allowance. I'm sure Fitbit will tell me that I'm allowed more based on the fact that I've walked a lot more today. And so far I'm up to 12,859 steps. But I don't know, it's strange. I'm disappointed in myself, but it felt good to have it. I've missed it for over a week. Yesterday was 1 week from my last takeaway, and I must say what I've had today has not been anywhere near as bad as what I had in that takeaway last week. I think that takeaway last week was probably both my meals out today in calories wise. So it's a small comfort. It's not a solution, it's just a small comfort, and there's going to be off days in this journey. I've just got to learn that this is an off day and I can't make it the trend. And I shouldn't use that as an excuse to make the day worse. So the day is what it is now. I hate that phrase, it is what it is, but that is what it is. And it should not be allowed to get any worse. So water for the rest of the day only. No more food at all. I can say the shots I've got at the convention, which you will have seen them by now. I think I've got a few good shots. I didn't get too much because it still feels weird recording things in public. So right now I'm sat in my car. I'm using my light in my car to illuminate my face, which is why the lighting it looks a bit odd. You know, I probably could put more lights on to make it a bit, it's a bit brighter, a bit better. You see, I'm still learning. But being in my car, I'm sort of in my own cocoon. There's actually no one around. There's a few people moving in their own cars, parked up, so they probably haven't got a clue what I'm doing. But as I say, it just felt, I don't know. I did one shot, which you'll have seen, where I walked through the entire of EGX, looking left and right, just giving you an idea of the size of the place. And do you know what? There were other people filming, and probably other people doing exactly the same as me, and it still just felt odd. And I think that's the other thing I'm trying to combat with these videos. There's a lot of being a bit self-conscious. Hello, what have you done there? Okay. I have no idea. I didn't know my lights go off after a certain amount of time. That's just crazy. What's that all about? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I just felt very self-conscious. Some people did sort of step in the way and wave deliberately, which actually was quite funny. I found it funny, but it was also a little bit off-putting. You know, I was there trying to do something not serious, but something that's uncomfortable for me, and there are people waving, just drawing attention to me. And I know I'm drawing attention to myself by putting these on YouTube, but it's not quite. Where's he going? Sorry, someone going the wrong way around the car park. It's just not quite the same. You know, I'm putting myself out there. You'll notice I'm doing no promotion work on this because I don't feel comfortable promoting myself. So that's why if you find me, you've mainly found me by chance. You've not found me through an advert. You've not found me through, well, you may have found me through word of mouth, but not something I've put out, something someone else has put out. And I suppose this is one thing I'm trying to overcome, because it's not just videos, it's confidence in general. I do struggle a lot with confidence issues, and I think a lot of that is my weight, and a lot of it is I think people must look at me and think, what the hell is that? I'm sure they don't, but that's just my mind. You know, certainly for the last few years I've had anxiety issues, which I'll probably talk about more in a future video. But I say I need to get the confidence back. I think losing the weight will help, and possibly these videos are going to help as well, but the only way I'm going to know that is by doing it. So I'm not going to record anything else today, so this is effectively the outro. This is me saying see you next time, and that feels a bit sad to finish it like that. I need a positive now. Well, a positive straight off is thanks to all the games developers for showing off their works at the EGX show. It's amazing to be able to go sit there or stand there or walk around there, see games or other things that you've never seen before, and have a play with these things firsthand. Some of them were things I was thinking of buying that I've played with, and I've gone, you know what, maybe it's not worth the 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever it is to buy it. Other things were things I'd never heard of before, and because they're indie developers, they generally end up being between £5 and £10 on Steam, and you play them and you're hooked. You know, there's a good one a couple of years ago when I went to Play Expo in Manchester, called Prison Architect. That has had me hooked for the last 2 years, and I've been playing it early access for the first of those years. It was incredible, and every month it changed, but that was part of the attraction, but wasn't the main attraction though. The car park seems to be turning into a lorry park. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, so that's basically my update for today. My long update, and I don't know when my next long update will be, but I'm going to keep doing the daily one take vlogs as well, and hopefully they will all go a lot better than today's has gone. So thanks very much for watching as usual. Feel free to leave likes, comments, suggestions, anything you want. Shout at me for eating the wrong foods today. I deserve it. I absolutely do. If you want to dislike the video for that, then again, I deserve it. What else can I say? But I will do better. I've got to do better. For me, more than anything else. So, thanks so much for watching, as I say, and I'll see you again soon.